Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. The second launch just occurred, which is the bridge. And the world is going crazy right now. And I'm going to stand in front of you and tell you that I don't know much more than you do. But as you guys learn things and as I learn things, we will figure it out together. Does that sound like a plan? Sharing things out right now. I'm going to be sharing screens. I've got a couple screens pulled up right now. I've got what looks like USDC versus PLS, USDC versus PLSX, and we're going to be able to kind of see which direction that the market is currently going. Oh wow, you got to be kidding me. Okay. We get to watch bridge deposits in real time. So Richard just tweeted this really, really cool thing out. And let me make sure here. Disconnect. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share this with everybody here. Pretty cool. So Richard just shared this out, and he says, watch bridge deposits in real time with etherscan.io with that address. And he pulls up an address with quite a large balance, quite a freaking large balance. So this is going to be cool. This is going to be pretty neat to watch. Let me see if I can actually pull that address up. And these, okay, so we've got $1 million worth of stables. Actually, quite a bit more than $1 million worth of stables. Looks like we've got 19 billion Hedron. Now, what address is this exactly? What address is this? Looks like we are distributing hex right now, about $2.8 million worth of hex, $1.6 million worth of DAI, 1.478 million worth of USDC. $17,000 worth of Hedron, wrapped Ethereum, WETH. So that looks like that's being put in right now as well. And guys, I'm here to tell you that things are getting a little crazy. I'm going to go ahead and share this. Let's check. I want to get a better chart for you guys. So what I'm going to do here, this is a wrapped PLS chart. So it looks like PulseX and Pulse Chain looks like they're actually selling off right now. All right. All right, let's check this out. I'm going to go down here to Pulse Chain. I'm going to see if they have it the other way around here. Any pairs in USDC? USDT, USDC. Let's click 5 minute. Let's sort by volume here. Okay, this is getting pretty interesting here. USDC versus wrapped Pulse. Do I have this inverted? I think I do have this inverted. Invert scale. We want to uninvert it. Okay. Interesting. Let me check chat here. Pump and dump. I still can't get over the new ginger baby face. You sound the same until I look at my screen. Can someone link the site? Yes, I will link the site for you guys right away. This is deckscreener.com/pulse chain, and I will share it in chat right now for you guys. Okay. Deckscreener.com/pulse chain. I've got my finger on a couple tabs here, trying to get the information here as quick as we can. And let me go ahead and just keep this shared. So if I'm not mistaken, guys, this is not. So this is USD versus Pulse. So if it was Pulse USDC, and that green candle would indicate that that's a really good thing. Right now, this is indicating that it's, I don't think, a very good thing. Okay. Just going to wait for a few days. This is crazy. Do you know how long the transaction takes? It's going to take quite a long time. But we have a massive pump underway here. Absolute massive pump. Okay. Let me uninvert this. How come I can't grab that? All right, let's check. Okay, what's up, guys? Yes, you are. No need to rush. Don't FOMO. No, chill, chill, chill. Transactions are going to take incredibly long time, folks, because we are getting slammed right now. Getting absolutely slammed. So if I'm going to calculate USDC versus PLX, it looks like it's, geez, this is crazy. 1 to 139. Let me do the math real quick. So it looks like PLSX right now is currently 0.007. Okay. And then if I were to take a look at Pulse, okay, so that's 1 to 131, 131. Pulse is 0.03. So inevitably that's going to go down. It's going to go down quite a bit, guys. So don't freak out. Hey, fam, to buy Pulse on ETH would be wrapped Pulse. If it's gone across the other side of the bridge, I wouldn't really be playing with the Ethereum side this fast. Just going to tell you guys that right now. Be very, very careful. What is the stable coin? It looks like, as we speak right now, this is the wallet that is bridging in, sending in liquidity, it seems. And this is as per watch the bridge deposits here in real time. So bridge deposits. So this is the bridge contract, I guess. So that's what we're looking at, I guess. That's what I'm assuming. Let me check comments. There's about 100 MEV bot scam spam posts in this thread. So guys, be super, super, super careful. So this is what we're seeing. I think this is the best indication of what we're seeing here. Let me actually refresh this. So 2,896,1643. Wow. 2,896,1643. Lots and lots of hex seems to be it's bridging in currently. So we've there's about 1 million more hex that has been bridged in. Now let's check this too. Let's check to see what the charts are doing on the Ethereum side. I'm kind of interested to see what that's all about. surprisingly enough, I don't see a sell-off. All right, so I don't see a sell-off on Hex, and that is kind of surprising to me. And it might be because we're just so soon here. It might be because it's so quick. That could be it. All right, let me check change in percentages here. Looks like ASIC. ASIC is selling a little bit right now. Polsto just selling. It's actually selling off quite a bit. There's probably not much liquidity left there, I'd imagine. Anything else in here? No, we don't see any major moves yet. Some whales could change that pretty quick. All right, let's go back here. I'm going to go to USDC PLSX. So we saw a huge sell-off. Now remember, guys, because this is USD PLSX, this means that USDC is gaining against PLSX, which basically means people are selling. So if you see a green candle, that means that people are selling, okay? So the red candle here means that it's being bought back now. All right, additionally, let's go over to USDC on PLS. So we are seeing very, very similar price movement between the two. So that's pretty interesting here. So very similar price movement between USDC PLS and PLSX. This candle just turned green for PLSX, which means PLSX is continuing to sell. I know it looks crazy. You just got, I guess we couldn't, let me see if I invert it, will you guys understand or you freak out here? All right. So essentially this is, we could change the colors. Can we change the colors? I'm not going to worry about it. We might be able to. Let's do red and then let's do green. We're hacking the system here. No, I tried to get funny. Yeah, it worked. Okay, cool. So this is, I had to invert it and change the colors, but the PulseX pair here currently with USDC, PulseX is currently selling off. I'll go ahead and do the same for Wrapped Pulse so you guys can see that too. We'll invert the scale. We'll double click and we're going to change the colors. We'll go red. Okay, we'll go green. And then I also want to change the body to red, green. All right. There we go. Let me change the body here. Borders. We're going to go red. We'll go green. Bing, bang, boom. Got it. All right. Now we have ourselves some semblance of a chart. Wick. We'll do red. We'll do green. All right, so we are seeing a sell-off here, folks. So this is PLSX selling off. And this is PulseX selling off. Let's check our current charts. Let's see if we see any more movement right now. And again, I would expect to see, my expectation was that people are in a holding pattern. It would be interesting to see if that was correct or incorrect. But it seems like people are buying this stuff up a little bit. So here's the actual Hex chart. In the past 30 minutes here, there's been some purchasing action. Very, very surprising. Interesting. Let me check chat here, see how we're doing. Invert on deck screen or top right? Yeah. Top right or bottom right. Dude, cannot claim the DAI token I bridged over. Okay. Is it not showing up in your wallet? Just let us know. Let us know. Are you sure you're talking about the correct USDC? I'm not sure that I'm talking about the correct USDC. I am not. This could very well be something else. I am learning this at the same time that you guys are. Now, I'll say this: if we go to, let's check it out here. We'll go to Pulse Chain. Here's all the pairs. Here's all the pairs that we have now. In the past 5 minutes, and actually, we're going to go ahead and do an hour. Very interesting here. So in the past 1 hour, top 3 volume is USDT, PLS, USDT, PLSX, USDC, PLS, and USDC, PLSX. So it's all of these USDC pairs are gaining, which means it's actually losing. So there's selling off happening. Now the question is, now here's something interesting. So this, okay. Can you guys see this at all? Yeah, you can. All right. So these are new pairs. I'm guessing that these might be bridged in. Okay, we've had 629 transactions. So the first 2 pairs, we've got USDT Hex and USDC Hex. So let's see what's happening here. Okay. So again, it looks like just a lot of these assets seem to be selling off. They seem to be selling off on the Pulse Chain side. On the Ethereum side, again, pretty much the same sort of thing here. The only ones that have sold off on the Ethereum side significantly, more than 10% have been ASIC and PLSD. So interesting to see there. Let's hop back over. Let's check this address. I guess this is the bridge contract address. Okay. All right, 9 million put into the bridge at this point. So it's growing. We've got about $1.8 million worth of wrapped ETH, 1.7 worth of DAI stables, 1.7 worth of USDC. And then obviously Hex is 3.631. Let's see if Richard has any tweeteronies. I'm sure he does. Do you, Richard? He's chilling. They're just sitting back watching right now. All right, let me check chat here. Let me put you guys on. Let's monitor these pairs. I'm going to click this over to 5 minutes. DAI USDC. Okay, interesting. All right, I'm not going to invert these anymore. This is freaking me out, homies. Okay. Got that. Hit it right. Don't know why it's not changing. It's weird. All right, it's okay. It's all good. We're not worried about it. Check here. Bridge is live. Cool. I don't see anything else from the man. Let's monitor these pairs. Let's try to figure out what exactly is happening here. Okay. USDC Hex still selling off, it seems. All right. Go back, Pulse Chain. Check these pairs again. I'm going to share the screen with you guys so you can see what I'm doing. And share this tab. All right. 5 minutes, sort by 5-minute volume. Again, we're just looking at something very interesting happening here. DAI versus USDC. Up 99%. That doesn't make much sense to me. Wrapped Bitcoin versus wrapped PLS. That's a very interesting pair. Wow. So wrapped Bitcoin. So this should be actual value that's coming into the chain. All right. So we're finding something very, very interesting here. We are finding that obviously that value versus PLS is significantly more. And what's also interesting about this is, was that 60,000? Wow. Yeah. So if you gotten into Bitcoin here at the bottom, wrapped Bitcoin, some of these things that were just copied over and now they have some sort of value. It's very interesting to see. You might have made out like a bandit. Maybe. Let me refresh some of, I've got charts all over the place here, guys. Sorry. The charts all over the place. Okay. Let's go back. Chainlink. Okay, we got people in Chainlink here. Let's check Chainlink. So this is versus PLS. So Link, and here's the thing, Link's price versus PLS is quite a bit more. So just remember that. So we're kind of seeing that play out right now, I believe. All right, let's check out here. My bridge transaction not allowing me to claim. Here we are. Let's go. Half of us are asleep. Here's what I want to do. I do want to get a, I want to get a PulseX pair. So let me scroll through here and find that for you guys. PLSX versus Pulse. All right, here we go. What do we got? All right, so this is kind of a continuing trend. We're continuing to see Pulse kind of sell off against, or PulseX sell off against Pulse. Last 15 minutes. Yeah, that just seems to be the thing. I took the poll. The poll did say that most people were planning on buying Pulse initially. Right now, we're in a selling event. That's basically what all this is telling me right now. Anyone able to buy with their bridged money yet? Was there something I had to do to get my PulseX? Hey, Rag, swap my eHex and nothing comes through. Guys, we're in a time of extreme volatility. Don't expect don't expect much to come through. There's people are just slamming the network right now. Okay, interesting. We just had a really, really big buy of PulseX. So I'll kind of flip over here. As we see it in real time, I'll show you guys. So that wicked down significantly. So that was somebody just popped price up 40% in one buy. I'm interested to see how much it actually was. Trying to see if there's any major purchases. I would say that we're getting, yeah, it's too far back for me to check there, but that's interesting. Okay. Over here, USDC Pulse. Again, we're still kind of deciding whether or not we want to sell off. I know that you guys see these green candles, but they actually indicate that PulseX and Pulse are selling off. Very important for you guys to know here. and we will see what happens. All right. No significant changes there. Let's go ahead and check. We'll check Hex. I'm going to check Texan. We're going to check that out. And then we're going to get into the derivatives, if that's okay with you guys. All right. So what do we got here? All right. So the idea here is a lot of these non-pulse, PulseX, probably Hex and incentive token folks, they're probably going to be selling off because people are going to be selling to buy in to the PulseX pump potentially or not. All right, so this is the Texan chart. I'll show you guys the Texan chart here. Okay, we got the Texan chart. It looks like people are just mostly in a holding pattern right now. This is versus PLS. All right, let's go to Hex here. All right, this is DAI versus Hex. So DAI versus Hex. People are selling. People are selling. That's what's happening here. All right, I know it's green, but it's DAI versus Hex the other way. Let's do Hex versus PLS, and Hex versus PLSX are pretty much going to be the same ratios, I think, because everything's kind of moving together. Incentive token. Okay, so one interesting thing here. So incentive token is losing against Hex right now. Now, significantly, not significantly, but that's just one trend that I'm seeing. And the same goes, the incentive token's losing against Wrapped Pulse, PLSX, and Hex. Now, the incentive token, whether or not this is factual, I don't know. It's probably not. But this is actually incentive token versus USDC. All right. And let me share with you this screen. There we go. So incentive token was up here in the stratosphere, $6,000. So obviously we're seeing a sell-off if this is actual real world value right now. So we would expect incentive token to sell off significantly. I would expect from here, at least before things start getting reasonable, I would say we're probably going to sell off easily another 90% until we start getting into the territory where the incentive token price is actually reasonable. Okay. All right, cool. Sell-off continues with PLSX and PLS as evidenced by those two charts. Seems like people aren't able to claim. How are you looking at that on DexScreener? DexScreener.com/pulsechain. Price for PLS shows 0.005 at this 0.005, 0.007. I'm way behind right now. No transaction found. Seems to be a common error. A lot of people are getting can't claim and nothing shows in the wallet. Gone from ETH wallet. All right. I'm going to scroll down here towards the bottom. Is slippage and spending cap synonymous? They're not synonymous. Sean Sullivan says, how did I get removed from the Telegram again? Sean, you joined the Telegram. The admins put it out. They said, listen, you got to insult Pulsey within the first hour, and you didn't do it. So they kicked you again, dude. I don't know what to tell you. You know, you got to play by the rules. You know the rules of that chat. It's going to be hard to establish a price for the next couple of days. I'm not sure if it's going to be hard. We're definitely going to see a trend up or down. We have a request. What is the price of Pepe on Pulse Chain? Well, my friend, that is a question that I can answer for you. So therefore I will. All right, Pepe. I doubt that there's any Pepe USDC. But I'll double check. All right, so we have Pepe versus Pulse. Pepe versus Pulse. There was a sell off. It's kind of holding a floor right now. Nothing crazy happening. All right. All right, let's go back. USDC PLSX. Let's calculate the current price here. All right. What do we got? We got two. All right, if this is correct, current price of Pulse X is 0.003. And we are in a downtrend right now. And then let me make sure I can refresh and I'm getting the latest price. And it looks like I am. So the current price for Pulse is a penny, 1.5 cents. And again, we're in a downtrend that seems to be going downwards, downwards, downwards. Let's check chat here. Let's get in here. And here is the Pulse. Okay, I have no idea what this means, but it's fun. Switch it to the 15-minute chart to find that large BB. Hold on. I was unable to buy anything that says the price impact was too high. That means probably the liquidity pools just are drained. Okay, so people are buying this stuff up like crazy. Quick shout out to Texas Life. Thank you, Rags, for keeping us up from getting wrecked. Some beer money for you. Cheers. Only Pabst Blue Ribbon. Okay, I'm transitioning, but I still prefer PBR, not Bud Light. Update, I've successfully bridged. Claiming is failing on bridge. Okay. Guys, just be chill. Be patient. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. And just remember, if you fast forward in 5 or 10 years, it's not going to matter. This day, this moment is not going to matter. Just don't nuke yourself. Just chill, please. There's going to be plenty of opportunity, folks. Plenty of opportunity. Rags, Terrafin wants you to check his PP, Pepe. Yeah. No USDC pairing, but I guess we could reverse calculate what the price of PP was. I guess technically we could. How's Hedron performing? Let's check. Got people freaking blowing me up, man. All right, let's go to this tab. Let's go back. Let's go to Hedron. Let's see what is going on in the world of Hedron. The kingdom of Alex, the man, the myth, the legend. I mean, he can code and I can't even scroll. All right, so let's check this out. Hedron versus PLSX. Okay. And let's take auto off. I hate auto. So interesting. Hedron versus PLSX. It has been a steady climb to the upside. All right. So about 122% up against PulseX. I wonder if that's going to continue to go up. And it probably will, because if PulseX continues to sell off, let's check that real quick. We've got, okay, so it's still kind of gridlocked. We're still selling off a little bit for PulseX. And then Pulse, pretty much the same situation here. Okay. All right, let's go back to Hedron. Let's check and see what Hedron's doing. So, okay, so that was against, all right, so we're going to do Hedron Pulse. Take it off auto. Make sure. Reset chart. There it is. I don't want auto, man. I hate auto. Okay. And I assume it's just going to be a similar. So that was Pulse. We'll go to PulseX. All right. Yeah, similar situation here. Hedron's doing pretty well. pretty well. If you got some Hedron bags, you want to keep it, fine. If you want to swap it for Pulse, it's in an uptrend. So it's certainly not doing too bad right now. All right, let's check Icosa. Well, actually, Hedron Hex. Check Hedron Hex again, same situation. Interesting dynamics here. One of the big things that we wanted to check, let's check Icosa. Icosa, general uptrend, so that's good. All of these, I know I skipped a couple charts, but they all look like this in the Hedron. All right, kick myself out. I'm back. Okay, high current. Okay. So we've got that. Cool. Icosa is doing well. Now, one thing I wanted to check. This will be interesting. Incentive token DAI. Okay. So here in the past 5 minutes or so, it's up a little bit. Again, guys, DAI's at incentive tokens at freaking $1,739. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. I don't think the market sees that right now. Again, I think it's going to drop another 90%, in my opinion. In my opinion, it drops another 90% before we start getting into the range that's actually legit. PLS Pepe? No, it's not. No, it's not. What are you talking about, Willis? That would have been a different contract. Pepe, regular Pepe, just copied straight over. This PLS Pepe is not the first. This man's YouTube channel went into wrong pool and rugged himself. Rags got sold off too, but everything must go. Don't get wrecked. Best to wait. Chill. Oh, I'm muted. Can you guys hear me? Yep. Okay. I'm not muted, am I? No, I'm not muted. Okay. It's real DAI you get when swapping PLS to DAI on PulseX. To get real prices, you need to invert the chart by clicking the three dots. Yeah, I inverted it, but I don't want to change the colors. I didn't like that. I mean, I'll invert it for you guys again, but you guys can get an idea. All right, so here's the inverted charts here. This is PulseX selling off. And then and there was an initial sell-off, and then it kind of stalled. So, it looks like there's massive amounts of gridlock right now. Now, how do I know that there's actual massive amounts of gridlock? Because I mean, we've got 1,900 buys, 1,700 sells. So there is a war being waged, and that's on Pulse Chain. On PulseX, looks like we've got 200 buys and 221 sells. So it looks like definitely Pulse Chain. Now let's check volume. We can sort by volume here. Actually, let's sort by transactions. So the obvious winner here right now, in terms of volume, is Pulse versus Hex, where we've got 16,674 transactions with about 4,000 people playing ball. Very interesting here. So what's happening Pulse versus Hex? So Pulse versus Hex looks like there was a sell-off, and we'll go to the 15-minute here. There's been a sell-off of Pulse versus Hex, which is also kind of interesting. But maybe it's not a sell-off per se, and maybe it's just USDC selling off with Pulse. So people are taking profits, and that's draining the liquidity pools, but it's also decreasing the actual dollar value as well. So that could also be what we're looking at here. Bullish says, don't ever fade the frog. Yo, bro. What's up, Fun and Jim? I got a transaction before RH announced, and it's still not going through. Going to be a while, folks. Guys, it is going to be a while. Just chill, just relax. All right. Loud and clear. You got me. Good. All right. Logan says, I'm finally able to catch Rag Stream and everybody talking about PP. Not surprising. All right. Let's keep going here. Let's check out and see what we got. I'm curious about the impermanent loss of liquidity providers. All right, here's how this works. Right now, this is a really good situation, and you're kind of lucky here. We'll go there. We'll go here. All right. And actually, I might even be able to show you guys. I might be able to show you. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be able to show you. You guys can see this, right? So this is app.pulsex.com. So I'm going to show you how to add liquidity, and then I'm going to talk to you about impermanent loss. So this is what it's all about. Go to app.pulsex.com, and you're going to see this tab here. It says liquidity, right? So you're going to click liquidity. You're going to click add liquidity. What it's going to do is bring you to this page. So you have to have two sides, okay, to create a liquidity pool. You got to have, for example, PLS and PLSX. Now, if the pool's already created, then you're just going to be adding liquidity to the existing pool. But you can create crazy stuff. I mean, Terrific can come in here and create Pepe PLS, whatever, or Pepe PLSX, or Pepe Doge, or whatever you want, really. Okay, but you have to have equal dollar value of each side. So maybe you've got, maybe you've got 10 million PLS, for example, and you've got 20 million PLSX or 60 million PLSX. You'll put both of those in there. And you're going to create the pool. Now, what this does, this allows people to buy and sell and basically use your liquidity to make the market. All right. They use your liquidity to make the market. Now, what's the problem in all this? The problem in all this is if you put equal value in and all of a sudden one of those pairs take off, there's kind of an auto balancing feature inside of these liquidity pools. And all I'm telling you is if one side takes off, then the other could sell off. Okay. Or you could get more of one than the other. So if you really, really like Pulse, but Pulse starts to take off, think about people. They want to buy Pulse. So they're going to go to the place that has Pulse. So they're going to say, okay, I've got Pulse X. I want Pulse. They're going to put Pulse X in your pool, but they're going to pull Pulse out. So you get a whole lot of Pulse X, and then it depletes the Pulse. So that is essentially what impermanent loss is. It's the danger of losing a position that you might really, really want. Yep. Can I please repeat? I'll give you the latest on the PLS and the PLSX values here. Okay. Current value for PLSX is 0.004. All right. And then the current value for Pulse is a penny. All right. And it's kind of been in right around here this entire time. When should PulseX start displaying dollar values approximately? It really depends on this. Let me show you guys. It's when the pools begin to be set up. If you guys can see this, and you guys can, if you go through here, you notice it says wrapped pulse. So you'd want to see PLS and then a stable coin. All right, PLS and then a stable coin. And it's going to show you the price. So you'll want to see incentive token and stable coin. But right now it's against, like, incentive token is against PLS. That doesn't really give you an idea of what this is. It doesn't give you an idea of the actual value because you're used to US dollars, right? So once these liquidity pools are set up, they'll start reporting into DEX Screener and all the other places. And then we'll go from there. I'm trying to see, let's see if there's anything that's reporting. So you can sort at the top by token and find the U's, USDC, USDT. Okay, this is interesting. So this, we've got 65 buys and 69 sells. And this is showing Hex at 24 cents. Very interesting here. Hex is at 24 cents on this one. Now, again, there's so much that's going on right now. I don't know if that's legit or not. But certainly something to look after. Now, okay, here's another pool that got set up. This doesn't have very much volume either. This is showing Hex at 20. All right, this is the 24 cent one. There's another pool that's showing Hex at 20 cents. Looks like there was just a little sell-off there. And then this other pool is showing Hex at 25 cents. Now this is craziness. Take off auto. There's a crazy wick here. That was from day one. But this is actually USDT Hex. This isn't the other way around. So that's I faked you guys out there. Huh. So somewhere between 20 and 24 cents, maybe? Possibly. Don't know. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Okay, this should be interesting too. This looks like a legit chart. This is wrapped ETH versus PLS. So how much ETH can you get per PLS? And right now, ETH is definitely losing to PLS. Actually, we launched about an hour ago now. I'd say ETH is down 40% against PLS. Kind of cool. And this one has quite a bit of trading volume as well. All right, let's check PLS versus PLSX. PLSX is trying to make a little bit of a comeback here. Just a little bit of a comeback. We got a nice little candle here. Richard Hart is asking for donations to the validators. What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about, Willis? I don't see nothing about Richard. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, there it is. The bridge validators. Wow. If anyone wants to donate some PLS to the bridge validators so they have gas, each of these addresses are a different validator. I don't know how I feel about that. That seems kind of crazy to me. Somebody blame KDP Crypto. Richard Hart, KDP Crypto, you literally have a black market for people selling PLS, charging 100x to 1000x from sack rate. This is not what we envisioned. Launch the bridge. Hey, Cheese Stevenson, bro. Let me tell you something. That damn bridge is already launched. And let me tell you something too. If somebody's going to buy it at 1000x, the current price in friggin' PulseX, I mean, don't know, man. Richard says a bridge allows trading pairs to be created for bridged in assets. Then people can add liquidity to those pairs if they wish. Specifics later. Okay. Let me check chat here, see what we have going on. I do not like it. Sam, I do not like it. Green eggs and ham. Rags, no beard is weird. I agree. It's friggin' weird, dude. I look like that fat flying floating thing from Dune. All right, we've got some movement here, guys. And this, okay, this is expected. Price continues to fall. Okay, this is for the PLSX side here. And we'll probably see a really big cascade event before people potentially catch the bottom. And then we've got network issues too, so that doesn't help. There's not much. Let me actually check this real quick. Ooh, PLS, interestingly enough, is falling pretty hard here. So what do we got? PLS is at a penny. It's about to drop under. And then PLSX. PLSX is falling as well, 0.0029. Now, the sweet spot for me this is kind of interesting. For a variety of reasons, actually. All right, so I would say that we're going to probably see Pulse Chain with a floor of about 0.0001. That would be what I think happens here. 0.0001. So when are we going to get in a striking range of where this could actually level off? I would say a 10x above that. So maybe about 0.001, 2 zeros and a 1. We can start to see price fall more slowly, in my opinion. That's based off SAC rate times 10, potentially a 10x. All right, 363.80. Okay, we got people buying up Pulse a little bit here and there. Let's check the charts. Okay, guys, this is just crazy. This is crazy to me, homies. Hex is pumping. Hex is pumping. Why would Hex be pumping right now? Why would people be buying Hex here? Is it because it's cheaper here to buy? We're 3 cents for Hex, and it's pumping. That blows my mind just a little bit. In fact, Texans pumping a little bit too. Texans sold off significantly, dropped 40 to 60% like everybody else. And people are buying up Texan. Icosa. People are buying up Icosa. Hedron's going up. Now, liquidity is tied together, right? So it could have something to do with it. But Hex is up 13% on the Ethereum side. And so maybe, just thinking out loud here, maybe people just see Ethereum as the stable choice. So they're going to start purchasing up here as stuff falls on Pulse Chain, potentially. Maybe they sell it back off. Huh. Interesting. That's a good point, Torin. A lot of people are hearing about this all over. People are seeing Hex and Pulse Chain and Pulse Hex and this and that, and they type it into Ethereum and they're just buying it up. That's a good point. Jamal says PLS for 0.001 to 0.0009 would be like an early present. Jamal, I think we'll see it in that range. I think we will. personally. Yeah, Jennifer, good point. People know how to buy on that side. Okay, finally moving. And yup, K, it might have something to, I mean, Richard Hart is asking the community to fund the bridge validators. Now, if he's not running the bridge validators, I guess that's legit. He would need the community to do that, maybe for legal purposes, because he can't really do that. Kind of interesting. You buy that which is best value. Yep, it's all about holding your principle here. Okay. It's just so cool to see this stuff kind of ebb and flow together. So let me check this. Anything from Ethereum side will get placed in the contract. Okay. I don't know what he's talking about. All right. So Pulse is getting bought up a little bit stronger than PulseX. Here's what's crazy, folks. This is kind of weird to me, man. I mean, it's nighttime for the States. It's morning time for the other side of the world. So we're kind of in a pretty good transition period, I'd say. I'm actually surprised that Pulse and PulseX are not falling faster. Now, I told you guys this before. The people who really screw us are the people that have the biggest bags. When I say screw, if you got big bags, okay, you can sell. That's fine. I'm saying screw price. Price tanks. It only takes a couple people. And then there's inertia. There's monetary inertia when people freak the market out, right? It takes a while. All right. EUSD versus I'm afraid to even try to go to the Block Explorer to find these contract liquidity pools. Block Explorer, scan.pulsechain.com. All right. Would it be called EHEX or PHEX? Wow. Okay, guys, the Block Explorer is smoking fast. Cool stuff. All right. So we're digging into this. We're figuring it out right now. We're going to share this tab here. I typed in PHEX. So I think if it passes through the bridge, it would be called PHEX. Okay. No. Total supply. That's a really high total supply. There's nothing in here. Okay. Forget what I said, guys. I was trying to get smart here. We'll check Twitter here in a second. All right, we're going to check and see. Okay, the bridge address is up to $11 million in assets, 5 million of Hex, 148 million of Hex. We've got 2 million worth of wrapped Ethereum. And now we have almost $2 million of USDC and then $1.8 million of DAI. Okay, 1.8 million of DAI, $24,000 worth of Hedron and Chainlink. Got some SHIB in there, some LUSD, some crazy stuff. Let's check chat here, see what you guys are talking about. Is Texan going to have an airdrop at all? We airdropped everybody. So we airdropped on Ethereum. If you claimed, you got that airdrop. Thanks. Yep. Richard and Devs need to get on a stream and explain everything to take out the guesswork. Guys, I don't know if you've been around these parts for a while, but that ain't happening. That will not happen. Don't ask me why. I don't know here. They should have tested the bridge. Now the bridge is definitely working because we can see that the bridge is working. These totals are increasing. 11,662,237. Yeah. I mean, just within 5 minutes, it's increased by $100,000. So I think it's just slow. I think he's just getting smashed right now, folks. It's getting smashed every which way. I mean, I'm looking at it's like 5 transactions per second. It's getting smashed. I can't claim. Yeah, everybody just you got to relax. This is it's probably going to be 40 minutes before you can get your stuff. Just keep that in mind. And then also, it sounded like there are issues with the validators for the bridges too. Terrafin is the neighborhood derelict jackass. Everybody -1 for Terrafin. Meat Sack, what's your question, dude? You realize I got a billion questions here? Where's your question? How do you get PLS? How does he get PLS? Let me check and see how you get PLS. Ask a question here. And while we're doing that, let's check. Yes, is anybody else? So let's just scroll here through Twitter and see what Twitter is saying. And we'll search by some hashtags. Anyone else having a problem claiming their transaction through the MetaMask? Yes. Bridges Live. Got that. Okay. Did Richard say something else here? Ethereum gas fees slapping you in the butt as you exit to greener pastures. This is the bridge pulse chain contract. Interesting. So from that bridge pulse chain contract, it's already collected $58,000 worth of fees for you to off ramp. Interesting, guys. Okay. What I mean, Richard, for sure, guys. He was definitely trolling, right? I mean, he was definitely trolling, or was he not trolling? He's trolling Jack because Jack asked everybody to donate some Pulse so you get those contracts up. That's got to be a troll. Bridged Ethereum contracts on Pulse chain. Okay, we can actually use this information from Gold Key, and we'll verify it. Whoop. Copy that. We're going to paste that. USDC. Copy. Paste. But okay, so it is the bridge contracts. If it's the bridge contracts, then I'm down. So here's what we can do. This should be pretty useful actually. That boom. This hex, bridged hex. Okay, boom. WETH. This is USDC. This is DAI. This is hex. You can go through Deck Screener and verify the contract addresses to see what's legit and what is not. Okay. Coast says nearly $11 million with the USD worth of bridged in liquidity, less than an hour. Yep. And it's probably higher now. Let's check. 11,731,000. Will we go to 12? 11,835,000. We're doing probably $100,000 to $300,000 every 5 minutes, I would say. So that is interesante. Share this tab instead. What else is everybody saying? All right, let's go check the hashtags. Bridge. Okay. K4K, pulse chain bridge tip. If you're in a hurry to bridge and you don't see your tokens right away, watch this. Check out K4K, 8 million already in the bridge. Yes, we know that. Walrus. Okay, so this is, I'm going to do hashtag bridge. No, we'll just do bridge. Live. Matty Allen, what's he saying? Okay, we got that. We're going to do latest, not top. Chat with the captain. Bridge is open. Good to go. All right. Bridge is live. Doge Pulse. Oh gosh, it's already up and running. We got I don't want to call things scams because I don't know who these people are, but gosh, guys, get ready, man. You want to talk about a flood of projects popping on this layer one? It's gonna happen. It is happening. This is fascinating to watch. Okay, bridge is live. You'll watch the crazy hook shot, my man. I bet you're in here. I see you. I see you. Let's just like that real quick hook shot. Okay. All right. It's happening. Okay, there's really not much information out there. So let's just keep giving information. All right. What are we up to? 11,835. $12 million. We hit 12 mil. It is pouring in, folks. It's a lot of good money here. All right, let's check. Let's go back through. Hex continuing to pump. A little bit of a sell-off, a little bit of a stall. It's up 16% now. Hedron, yeah. Ricosa, yeah. Pepe, oh no. Did it for Terrafin. Texan, a little bit, yeah. Okay. All right, let's sort here, sort again. All right, let's go back to Dex Screener and let us check. Let's check and see what some of the volume here is. We're going to do the past hour. Tetra, interesting. Tetra seems to be moving and grooving a little bit to the upside here. Okay, all right. And then we've got USDC Hex. Not a lot of transactions, not a lot of makers, but what we can do here, the actual USDC bridged in contract is F07. All right, now let's just kind of get crazy here. Can I search for this? Boom, search. Ooh, interesting. All right, guys, we have the contract, the actual contract address, which I think we were already looking at before. Were we not already looking at that? Yeah, so this is the actual contract of the bridged in. Now we'll invert this. Is this? No, that can't be it. Guys, I'm going to tell you this. You have got to be freaking careful. You got to be careful. I'm going to share these right now. But actually, I'm not going to share them. I'm not going to share them because now I'm skeptical. I mean, I try, you know, you want to trust everybody, but I'm like, I'm looking at this and there's 2 buys on this thing. And the first buy is at 10:55 Eastern, which is 6 minutes ago. And there's only 2 buys. Come on. I don't know. What are we doing here? What are we doing here with our lives? All right. Control Z. Let me check let me see if there's any other contract addresses that look legit. And this is the thing, guys. You can't trust everything that you see online. Nothing against anybody. It's just humans make mistakes. I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Okay. Wrapped ETH versus incentive token. I guess. I mean, here's what we could be looking at right now. We could be looking at a situation where this bridge is so slow, everybody is trading those stables that aren't really anything. We got to be careful, folks. I want to ask him how he knows. We go to Gold Key. I guess what we could do, well, we have the bridge contract addresses, right? Let's search for hex. It's the same. It's the same as Ethereum. EEB39. Dang it. All right, Gold Key. All right, Gold Key. Ethereum hex contract on Pulse Chain. I don't know. Check chat here. Whenever you see real price on PLSX and PLS, guys, this is the whole process. The whole process is happening right before your eyes. You are seeing it live right now. Okay. And how much do we have in the contract? 12,200,000. We're moving on up. We have almost burned 10 billion PLSX. Potato Gang says, I feel like Rags knows who I am. I do. I know who you are. I know who you are. You are the butt of all the jokes. You are the initiation. Ninja YC. Or NinJC. I don't know. It's getting smashed. Listen to the Twitter space. It sounds like everyone's having the same issues. It's just going to take some time. It's good you're streaming to answer what you know for those who are behind, but nobody is any help on figuring price discovery. What does that mean? Define what price discovery is. Price discovery is what's happening right now, dude. Right? I know I don't have any context. You can't really clarify that quickly. I am just blown away, dude. I'm blown away. All right, PLSX. 0.004. We're getting to be in that range. 0.004, 0.0001. So we are currently a 40x above SAC price on PulseX right now. Is that right? Is that right, Rags? There's no way that's right. I know you guys can't see that calculator. 0.003. All right, let's just do some moon math here. No, there's no freaking way that's right. We got a long ways to go, folks. We got a long ways to go. I'm just super surprised that we're hanging out at these levels right now. Just chilling. I guess the world hadn't woken up. The big pockets haven't. Jack Levin is like Agent Smith from the Matrix movies. He is Zen is a virus that is spreading and destroying all of crypto. Seems Levin is some Google liberal plant attacking crypto adoption with high fees. Based on my conversation with him this morning in Spaces, I would certainly not put that past him. So here's what the contract addresses are good for. If you have the contract address, you can go somewhere like here. Okay, you can go to Dex Screener. You can paste the contract address here, and it'll show you all the pairs that are associated with that contract address. And you can tell whether or not it's a legit pairs or just copied pairs that don't actually have value, they're just going to wreck a lot of people. Like this is the DAI. I wish they'd give you a little bit more information. So DAI incentive token. There's only 2 transactions. So I just don't. I'm very, very skeptical. Very skeptical here. All right, let's keep going. Let's check. Change. Hex continues to pump. This is strong. This is strong action here. Okay, so we are up 21.61%. Interesting. Hedron up 12%. ASIC up 18%. Man, that's a giant move. Small candle, giant move. It's like 100% that's happened today. Interesting with that. All right, we're going to we'll go back here. Share this tab. I'm going to sort by volume past 6 hours. Past 1 hour. Okay. $0.46 hex. That can't be right. No, it's not. I don't know why they put the hex. Makes no sense. USDC hex, 63 cents. 569. Okay, so that's not 63 cents. It is not. All right, we'll keep going here. Let's check it out. Let's check it out here, folks. PLS versus Hex. Really not much movement here. Nothing crazy. PLS isn't really gaining against Hex right now. Staying about the same prior to, there was like an initial pump that happened earlier today, and it's kind of sold off a little bit. But we don't really have that violent price action. I think people are just kind of in a holding pattern right now. I mean, even PLSX versus PLS. Now, here's why this is. This is interesting here. There's not much movement on the PLSX chart versus PLS. Now, why is that? Well, look, I'll show you why. So liquidity is tied together. Here's PLSX chart. And then here is the PLS chart. They look very similar. They're rising and falling. So you don't see huge moves on the PLSX versus PLS chart for that reason, because they're moving together. Okay. Check chat here real quick. Okay, current price of PLS. A penny? Is that a penny? Terrafin says I'm launching a token called Rug Pull. You launched that token, bro. I saw a transaction on Dex Screener of 27 million PLS for $500,000. I hope not. I hope not, bro. That's plumb out of control. All right. How's ladies looking? Oh gosh, here we go. Ladies was looking good earlier. Ladies was looking good. Boom. Okay, thank you for all you do. One day I will buy you a Yingling, Pabst Blue Ribbon only. Sam, I'm not there yet. Not there yet. You guys got to be freaking careful, folks. You got to be careful. This doesn't look legit. All USDC pairs are fake. Exactly. Don't trust anyone. This is worse than Binance. Do your own research. RH needs a retweet. USDC is worthless on Pulse Chain. So here's the theory. Here's the moving and going, and here's the theory right now. All right. We seem to have potentially the actual contract addresses. You know what? That actually makes sense now, in a way. The contract address is here. All right. So, but there aren't many transactions under those contract addresses. So, what is happening? Okay, we have 3 now. Oh, man. 3 transactions under that correct contract address. Go to Hex. Wait, is this Hex versus Ethereum Hex? Hold on. Did I see that right? Ooh, Hex versus Hex from Ethereum. No, this is Hex from Ethereum. So this is saying that this is officially bridged in Hex versus Pulse Chain Hex. Which way does it go here? Which is which? This is why we don't do anything, guys. All right, let me check that other contract address. I needed to check USDC to see if we've got any movement there. Nothing. Nothing going. So is it a thing where this bridge just the transactions aren't showing, or this reporting data isn't coming through? Very, very interesting to think about. We do not know what's happening right now. Yeah. My bridge hasn't come in on the Pulse side. It's been an hour. I've been waiting for about 5 minutes after bridge launch for the first attempt. Send transaction is good. Receive transaction is not. Bridge is taking time. Weird ratios with DAI. Yeah. Big waiting game, boys. If I add the hex from ETH, is that what I'll drop into? I don't know what you mean by that. Me too, Tex. Just chilling, watching Rags. How the heck did you figure out I am? Damn it. Long live Rags and Pulse. Everybody constantly underestimates me. You crazy, crazy fool. Hey, listen. I know that ain't you either. Don't act like that's you. That's not you. I remember things you've said in the past. I can't claim my ETH. What's going on, man? I bridged a lot of ETH. Guys, everything's probably locked up in that contract. Okay? Just chill, relax. Massive, massive amounts of demand right now. And we got to be cool. Could take hours. Yeah, expect to go to sleep. If you're in the States, go to sleep and wake up. You might have it. Now, here's the thing, guys. if you guys haven't been well, you weren't around back, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Binance was nightmarish. You'd send transactions, you wouldn't get it for like 12 to 18 hours. I'm not saying that is what we should be dealing with right now, but that's where I cut my teeth. That's where I get my patience. Where would I sell Pulse for USDC and vice versa? So, where you would sell Pulse for USDC, you would go to the exchange, okay, pulsex.com, and you put Pulse at the top, okay? And let's just do this real quick so I can show you. Pulse at the top, and then you drop down with USDC. Okay. But you got to do the correct address. I don't know for sure what the correct contract address is. I guess what I could do, let me just try. Maybe the DEX is reading this properly. Manage tokens. I'm going to X this one out. I'm going to add this one. USD coin from Ethereum. So it must be. I understand. Import. Okay, so what do we do here? On Pulse? There's no liquidity? So there's just no liquidity right now on Pulse. All right, well, I guess I'll go ahead and add these just in case it's actually correct. We'll do DAI. Maybe there's liquidity with DAI. Control C, Control V. Import DAI stable. I understand. One DAI. Okay. That's crazy. All right. So one PLS is equal to about 2 cents with DAI. This is the actual DAI right now. So, but if we go here and we copy paste the actual DAI contract, that's supposed to be the right one. DAI PLS. 2009-24. 1. Okay, so that's definitely not right. 1 divided by 2009-24. Oh my gosh. This isn't happening. Yeah, so who knows? Who knows, folks? Our whole world is upended right now. Who knows? All right, what the heck? Taking a profit. I'm just an average guy, and I know when I'm in over my head. I do know we're early, so I will take my bag of PLS and PLSX when it's safe. No, that's not the right USDC. So USDC that I'm playing around with right now is the USDC that is purported to be the actual USDC. And it is different in the fact that it is named Ethereum USDC. So interesting. None of us can claim yet. Right, price discovery is happening, but we cannot get what the actual price is in USDC terms. We do not. We do not. We're basically still ratio trading right now. I mean, that's what's happening. They warned us, don't push buttons. Don't push buttons. Don't do it. All right, I gambled all my PLS away. Kind of get a 2 comp for the buffet, sir. Wonder if they do that for people. Wonder if you just destroy your life savings. You're like, yeah, go to the buffet, dude. You don't have to pay $100 for the buffet. Just go for free. You made us rich. I see the PulseX to USDC stuff. Where are these guys trading it at the moment? PulseX is the only place you can trade it. But none of this stuff is right now. Anyone remember what happened with the stables on ETH? Yeah, be careful. Wouldn't touch stables for a bit. Rags, the copied hex you're looking at, I think is like 1 to 2 cents value to the dollar. So I think just divide the PLSX. Yeah, you can reverse. You can do that reverse. Massive slippage going on right now. People are going to get insta-wrecked. If you're listening to this right now and not doing anything, you're probably right. Continue to not do anything. And you're probably right. Let's see if the addresses that K4K has, he says K4K posted the right stable addresses. Let's see if the ones he has matches the one that we have. How about that? K4K, kilo for kilo. All right, first one. Yeah, Charlie 3 Charlie. 1F07, we've got that. 5305, does he have that? 5305, and then Hex. Yeah, Delta 225. All right, so we had the right ones. Cool. All right. So let's look these up. Okay, so we're going to look these up on the Block Explorer. We're going to see if we get any transactions in or out here. So Block Explorer, Pulse Chain. Cool. We got no transactions. All right, so that was Hex. Let's check DAI. The Block Explorer is significantly faster. Okay, we had 2 transactions with DAI. 23 minutes ago. How much was in here? So it was nothing to write home about. Okay. Let's check the other address here, USDC. It could be a thing that the transactions aren't getting through the bridge and they're not making it to this contract. It could be a thing where the Block Explorer isn't reporting properly because we got no transactions anywhere. All right. Go to Rapteeth, WETH, as some people like to call it. Paste. 3 transactions 3 hours ago, 1 an hour ago. Let's check and see what we got inside this bad boy. All right, so I'm going to copy these and send these out. Gold Key shared it. K4K shared it. And now we've verified that these are wrapped ether from Ethereum. We have verified it with our own eyes. We know it is good. Okay. All right. Let's check RH. Did he tweet again? No. Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to go tweet. Tweedly doodah, tweedly day. My oh my, what a tweedly day. That made no sense. But it's all good. All right, we're going to share this one. Share that tab instead. And you guys can watch me make a tweet. Bridged in WETH USDC. Okay. And we got to put a hashtag on there, right? Gots to pulse chain. The pulse chain. I'm going to do pulse chain mainnet launch. It's not popping up anymore. Do Texan. I can dig it. Then we'll also do what else we do? Do Pulsex. Oh. All right. Let's check chat here. 424 people in here. You have nothing better to do. Your wives are mad at you because you're laying in bed right now and the light is just blasting her. And she wakes up every like 15 minutes. She turns over, she gives you the little huff, and you know you're in trouble. You know your entire weekend's going to be ruined. Has anyone made a successful bridge? I can't claim. I'm not quite sure. I think, yeah, we have verified that I think 6 people have made a successful bridge, potentially. Everything in Dex Screener is denominated off of PHEX, which we have no clue what the price is. All the prices are basically worthless right now on Dex. Yep, we have established that. Is there a wet address on MetaMask on the PLS side? Yes, I just posted it to my Twitter. Even Walrus posted it. Well, guys, we verified it on chain, so we're good. Managed to bridge. What do you guys mean when you say managed to bridge? Managed to bridge. So we had a bridge open up tonight, and that basically connects value from one chain to the other. So you can pass your Ethereum assets over the bridge and put them into Pulse chain. That's what that means. Dex Screener prices are denominated from PHEX, PLS. Yes, we know. Yep, we got that. Thank you for those turtles only. I bridged 130,000 hex and cannot claim them. I have no clue what to do. And he suggests chill. Just chill. That's all you got to do. This is so bad, just like BNB memes and optimism junk. The liquidity is not right. Time to tune out and come back when YouTube unbans our channel. I know. I'm just glad I did not connect all my addresses. Here's what I thought. I thought that there was going to be some type of liquidity that we would kind of come into. That's what I thought. Having trouble with MetaMask saying it cannot decode chain ID 369 isn't allowing me to transact. Yeah. Just with that sort of thing, just you can close it out, come back in, or you can uninstall. Put your seed words back in and come back in, typically. Hey, mate, how can I buy new, fresh PLS? I have 0 PLS in my new wallet. You can't do that yet. Guys, I will tell you this, and this is completely legit here. I have verification that a faucet will be opening, and it's not going to cost you gas to get this. It'll probably be open tomorrow. As soon as it opens, I'm going to give you guys the link. So if you need to get PLS, you'll have a way to get PLS. It's like 2,500 PLS per claim, and I think you can claim every hour. Liquidity providers may be rushing in like everybody else. Logan says, I've been trying to add liquidity. I have a bunch of different coins, but the pools aren't working for me in the site. I would connect. I don't want to connect. Not on stream here. Weth only has 1/10 of an ETH to grab. I know. Oh, Lord, have all the mercy. Maybe, do you guys think we could go into a Twitter space? Can we go into a Twitter space? I wonder if we can go to the Twitter space and have you actually hear it. Sean Sullivan. There may be transactions because everyone's tokens are stuck. Yeah, few, exactly. And maybe the validators really did run out of PLS. which is awesome. Can you sell your tokens for ETH yet? No, not yet. How did you calculate the price in the beginning? You take $1 and you divide it by, like, the USDC PLSX pair. You're going to take 1, which is the top, and you're going to divide it by the current price of USDC against PLSX. So it would be 1 divided by 132. But again, we can't trust any of these. This is just ratioed out. No, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to encourage it. I'm not going to encourage it because there's going to be people that do it and they're going to be like, Rags, you told me that XYZ. Talamine found my transaction hash, but not let me claim. Yep, that's normal, guys. Everything is clogged up. Do not freak out. I'm going to write a sternly worded letter to RH's manager. Wonder why RH didn't post correct addresses. I don't know. Let's see how much the bridge did. So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. When these come in, when this monetary energy comes in, how much we have to. All right. So our last check, which was what, like 20 or 30 minutes ago, we were 12.2 million. Quick here in chat, how much do you think it's up to? So we were at 12.2 million a while back. How much are we up to now? I'm going to say a smooth, I'll say right near 14 mil. Say maybe 14, 15 mil. Closer to 14. I'll let you guys ask. What do you think? All right. Bridged over might be a reason we cannot claim. Why would you buy USDC on Pulse Chain? You wouldn't. You would bridge it over. Or you want to swap Pulse Chain for USDC and then off ramp. Patience is the key. Sensei Dozi. Larry Parmley says, so this is like a normal reg stream, a whole bunch of nothing. Go to bed. Love you, bro. I'm definitely not going to like this one. Thank you. Just want to have been nice to see it on an official site. Yeah. Bridged over Hex and don't see it in a wallet. It's like a big DDoS attack right now. So much traffic. Wow. Really? Binance, I got it in 27. BTC was $2,700. Yeah. Binance was bad, man. All right, we're going to scroll down to see anybody. Steve Hitson. Yeah. Rags, do you recommend we do a test run and send a small amount through the bridge before sending a large amount? Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't get your money tied up if you don't have to. Don't swap into any stable until they have been verified. Gosh. Current price is 0.00027. Based on what? I'm sitting back, not touching anything. RH tweeted the contracts. Oh, RH did? Okay. I didn't see that. Don't swap into any stable until they've been verified. Yes. Don't swap. Contract addresses. No, I got them. We're good. Rags, you can see the price. Okay. PLS is 0.00089. Yeah, but here's the thing, guys. It's not right. You can see the prices of PLS and PLSX. It's because they're not using the right contracts, I don't think. So this is what we have right now. This is the correct contract address that I put in. So this is actually value from the Ethereum side. Saying one pulse is worth a penny. Nah. No, dog. What you talking about, man? What did did he cuss you out? He probably cussed you out, man. It would not surprise me. Watching Rags tweet streams are the vibe. We'll never like to. Yeah, I know, right? My life is worthless without Rags. I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry you feel that way. That's not what I wanted. Miss Hexkin says I'm usually the one annoying my husband watching streams late at night. Your weekend. See, that's the difference. Your weekend's going to be the same. But if the roles were reversed, his weekend would be wrecked. So if I swapped Hex for PulseX on the swap site for PulseX, would that be bridging Ethereum Hex over to Pulse Chain? No. You got two islands. Okay, you got the Ethereum island, right? Ethereum island. On the Ethereum island, you got all sorts of exchanges, right? Okay, cool. Now you have this brand new volcano that popped up in the middle of the ocean and created this new land. So you have another island here. The bridge is a bridge in between the islands that allows you to move money or data in between the two islands. Okay, that's what that is. So you could take Ethereum, you could move it across the bridge, and then you could put it into the Pulse Chain. Okay, it would work in Pulse Chain. So that's all it is. That's simple. What you described is just a swap. You're on Pulse Chain, you want to swap something for another. That's what you would do. Host a space, Rags. Let's go spaces. Okay. How do I get PLS? If I hosted a space, I don't know if you guys could hear it. You guys might be able to hear it. Let's just try. Why not? If I got to close it down, nobody cares, right? Richard just tweeted this. So this is funny. It's like number 3 and number 6 are bridge.pulsechain.com. Hex is number 13. So he's like bragging that we're destroying the Ethereum network, kind of like other people brag that they were destroying the Pulse Chain network. I just think that's funny. Yes, Twitter Space. I promise not to follow like you. Okay. Let us see if we can incept things here. Maybe we can incept things. Can I even create a Twitter Space, Terrafin, if I'm on desktop? I can't do that, right? I can't do that. Can I do that? I don't think I can. All right, let's check alpha. Let's see what let's check our buddy here. Bridge live 15 minutes ago. Yes, Bridge is live. You can see where this is going. What are you talking about, dude? What is this? What pair is this? What are we talking about? Is this actual price? This has to be Hex. He's insinuating this is Hex. I don't know. I don't see what he's saying. Let's go to Walrus. I think it's two L's, right? Walrus. 15 hours ago, 39 minutes ago. Honey, we're going to Pulse Chain. Of course, we're taking the bridge. Love it. All right. So you guys asking about Sami. You go to Sami. Your friend Sami. All right, let's check Sami. I'm not going to post any Pulse Chain addresses until we get liquidity verified. I'm paranoid of scammers bringing in fake DAI and Ethereum. The official PulseScan DAI address put PHEX at 50 cents, which seems to be wildly incorrect. We'll wait it out safely. Your friend Sami, I'm going to agree with you on that one. Okay. Don't anything. We're not getting anything there. I don't think that I can actually. I don't think I can join Twitter Spaces. I don't think. More maybe. Drafts, communities, explore. Is it explore? Well, golly Shazam. Okay. Let's check chat here. All right. Host a space. Rags, have you posted step-by-step on how to bridge eHex over to Pulse Chain yet? I need that. I've not. I was going to wait until it actually populated. All right. Hold on. I'm leaking here, folks. 1 second, please. All right. Started Twitter Space. Rags to Richard tweeted the addresses. Got it. We got it. 14 million, 13 million, 13. Only a PulseX. The bridge. Rex, how much did PLS and PLSX did Walker, Texas Ranger provide as liquidity? Are you talking about? Well, that could be actually quite. Can we sell now? Certain. No, you cannot sell. How do you claim your Texan token? That ended about 6 months ago. If you did claim it, it will be in your ERC20 wallet or your Pulse Chain wallet now, and you just need to find the Texan contract address, which you can get at t.me/Texan token. I'm the one who decides who I trust. So if you ever tell me something that does not work, it's okay. We're all responsible for ourselves. You always say do your own research. I wish it was that easy, but there are some crazy people out there. All right. They're really saying one WETH is 215 DAI. When do you think coins in our Pulse Chain wallet will have USD value? I'd say within the next 24 to 48 hours. I think so. I guess I could do that. Rags, do you have to add Pulse Chain on Ledger Nano to be able to see my assets on? Do you have to add Pulse Chain on Ledger Nano X to be able to see assets on the Pulse Chain side? I can only see my ERC20 tokens on Ledger. Yeah. So if here's what I would suggest that you do with that. First and foremost, the EVM compatible chain, Pulse Chain is, so it's going to work. It's going to work with you, so you'll be fine there. Secondly, the thing that I would say is go to Hex Security. If you have any questions about anything to do with ledgers or Trezors, go to Hex Security Telegram. Everybody chill. Davis, absolutely correct. Everybody chill out till the stable bridge comes in. Then big money will stabilize this for profit taking. Right now, it's just scammers offering trash deals. Any word or prediction when the bridge is live? The bridge is live. It's just not working right now. Gentex. He says the name of the stream is literally The Bridge is Live. And Jim will never come back to the stream again. Hex on Ethereum. Oh, yeah, 4 cents. Let's check. Let's see what we got. We'll just sort this 30. Nice little pump. Hex. What? Y'all must be crazy. Y'all must be crazy. All right. We are moving. We are grooving. Oh, what was that all about? 1 hour. Okay, nothing crazy. Okay, calculate the value of move here is to swap to DAI for PLS. Don't know. Yep, okay. This is so confusing. It is. The move here is to swap DAI for PLS. Can someone explain? Well, what do you want? Do you want to buy PLS? You could bridge in DAI at pulseramp.com. You could do that. All right. Let us check. We're going to check a couple of those contract addresses again just to see if anything's moving yet, which I highly doubt it is, but we can always check. You can always dream. Okay. Go here. Okay. All right. Okay. We got some stuff moving now. What was that? The Weth? Yeah, that was Weeth. So Weth is being converted into incentive token. Interesting. All right. What else do we have with Weth? Weth, it would be nice to have wrapped PLS. Okay. All right. We got transactions coming through slowly but surely. And it looks like kind of what we might have expected. There's a lot of people looking to off ramp right now. Lots of people. So we're selling off currently. Selling off. Weth is selling off against PLS rather. So that's interesting. So people are actually PLS is actually doing well right now. Okay. So people are trying to buy it up. Interesting. On what scale are they trying to buy up? Now, guys, these are the actual contract addresses. We are finally seeing some transactions pop through for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. We have like 2 transactions on these. All right, let's go to Hex, Weth Hex. Okay. Wex is massively selling off. So people are buying Hex. Okay, this is interesting now. So let's see. Let's go to Hex to try to get some prices here. Go to Hex, bing, bang, boom. Okay, so this is basically saying that Pulse Chain Hex, people are off ramping. People are trying to get their hands on Ethereum Hex so they can get off. It looks like that's what they're trying to sell off right now. Interesting. And we do have, again, we have a lot of transactions here. Much more than we had before. Instead of 2, we have like 50. All right. All right, let's go to the next one. I want to see the USDC pairs to see if we can get any idea of what's actually happening. All right. So we'll go to USDC. Okay, so this is legit. USDC versus PLS. That makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Let me check here. We're going to check the exchange because that just did not compute. Still nothing. Okay. We'll do. Is this the proper die? 1 PLS. 1 PLS equals 0.008 die. I don't remember which is which, so I'm just going to delete both and then add this back. Starting to get a semblance of what these prices could actually be here, folks. Yeah, we still have nothing in that liquidity pool. And we don't see any liquidity pool data either. All right, let's just go back. We're not going to freak out here. Just still doesn't make any sense. Okay, so these pools seem to be fairly dead. All right, so the only real piece of alpha that we have ascertained, it will give us some sort of an idea of what's happening here. Okay, so WPLS, okay. PLS is at 0.00021. We said that PLS would fall in the range of about 0.0001 potentially. So these are real numbers here, folks. We got real numbers. 0.001595. So that is from the official contract associated with DAI. So PLS versus DAI. I think that's our first solid indication of what's happening here. So we have a price chart, folks. In fact, what I believe that I'm going to do is go ahead and bookmark this. Done. Okay. Now, what's interesting about this, however, is all right, that's the first price of the night. That's the first solid price. Let me check chat. You guys keep me honest here. And this is a collaboration. We're doing this together. All right. This is just what this is. 10,000 PLS to DAI. God, did I just add it? God bless America, man. DAI, copy. Let's add this real quick. Bing, bang, boom, paste, import. Yes, I know it's dangerous. Yeah, 0.008. There we go, folks. I'm going to take this. I'm going to do this. We are going to tweet. You guys want to see me tweet again? You see me tweet? We're going to share this for posterity's sake. Actual bridged in DAI with PLS. For posterity's sake. Sake. Should be apostrophe S. It should be here. It doesn't matter. It's not a noun for posterity's sake. And we're going to do pulse chain. And then we're going to do pulse X. And then we're going to do Texan. But we're going to do Texan with the money sign. Texan. All right. Tweet. Maddie, if I have to see your face pop up in my friggin' face one more time, dude. Okay. EHEX is dead. Wait, what? I think people are just there. I think that just doesn't make sense to me. It does kind of make sense because people want to be able to have assets. They want to be able to transact in stability. So maybe Ethereum represents that for these people right now. That could be something that I'm thinking. All right, we said how much was going to be in this like a long time. What are we like 15 to 20 million now? Stuff's finally starting to go through. Here we go. Let's find out. Let's find out how much money is in the bridge contract. 3, 2, 1. 14 mil. Okay, went from 12 to 14, 14.3. All right. So congratulations for those of you out there who got that correct. Does that make it close to a 20x price? What do we say? 0.008. I fully expect it, guys. I fully expect it to sell off. Okay. Fully expect it to sell off here. In fact, let's still 008. Okay. So if it's 008, what does that represent? That's an ADX. Am I right? It's an ADX. SAC price was point. Well, we got 0.008. 39889. And they're going to divide that by 3 zeros and a 1. 83x, 80x. That seems wild. That seems astronomically wild. Astronomically. All right. Well, interesting. And you guys couldn't see that, right? You guys couldn't see. Oh, that's what I was looking at. Okay, 395 people in here. Okay, ADX. There isn't even 35 or $3 in the liquidity price for one PLS. It's relevant. Can you even see that? How can you even see like? Okay, PulseX doesn't show that. Dex Screener doesn't show the liquidity amounts. How do you know that? Where are you seeing that? You seeing that the contract, the pairs? Probably on Block Explorer, you can see that. If you try to sell it, it lowers the sacrifice rate. Put in 100 PLS. All right, we'll put in 100 PLS. If you guys want 100 PLS, it's going to be 100, but it's going to change things. $100 PLS is 31 cents. Is that what we're looking at here? Die, copy. All right, let's go back and let's check and see. Yeah, I mean, the liquidity pool information isn't populating, I guess, unless you go to the actual liquidity pool that's created on the contract. And I think we can do that, right? Copy. Let's do it. Let's see how much is in there. And it's not popular. There's no way for us to see it. It's not shown. Oh. Patience. Patience, Padawan. Young Padawan. Patience. Yeah. Yeah, the higher that you go, it's going to adjust automatically. It's not going to actually show you. But I guess what we could do is go to liquidity. We could hit add liquidity, and then this would show us. Yeah. Okay. So confused. Yeah, there's just nothing in there. All right. Check chat here real quick. See what's happening. I agree with Torin. Yeah, if you go to PulseX and you put in a low number, so like PLS versus PLSX, you put in a low amount of PLS. It's not going to give you the same ratio the higher you go based on slippage. It calculates it for you. Then it warns you that the slippage is too high. We dipping below SAC right now, are we? It seems like there's a lot of people want to get out of here. A lot of people want to get out. Why would they want to get out? Why would they? That just don't make no sense. You don't want to get out. You must be crazy. You must be loco. Loco amigo. All right, the pool's gone. The pool's just gonna go. You're just gonna up and oh no, we're at USDC. I'm getting delirious. It's past my bedtime. You guys know how it's past my bedtime right now. I'm gonna be up soon. Okay, yeah. So slipping under 0.009. Yes. Okay. 0.00. So it's 4 zeros and an 8. I wish this huge candle didn't exist. That's so frustrating. So SAC price is right here. So we are right at SAC price right now. Let's see if SAC price is defended. I would imagine it might be. Now, this is getting some major traction here. Is this the same one that I opened earlier? Why, yes. Yes, it is, sir. Okay, so let me show you guys. I know I'm not showing you, freaking out. You're like, Rags, what are you doing, man? All right, share that tab instead. No, this isn't correct. This is correct. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I think we're gonna see. This blue line right here at the bottom represents SAC price. I think that you're gonna see stuff. I mean, and you kind of saw this already. You saw this wick down, and it popped back up. I think that there's going to be a lot of people that think that this is the floor, and you're going to see a lot of that happening. Now, I will say this too. When you see these sorts of, and I want to just do this. When you see these sorts of wicks down, a lot of times price is very, very attracted to that, like a magnet. But we see a fight going on right now. It seems like, guys, like that line is being defended right now. That line is definitely being defended. Do we have any major buys or sells? I'm not seeing any major. I'm like seeing 800 here. Nothing crazy. 100, 500, 800. And I guess you have to get out in little chunks here. Somebody likes selling 800. That's like the key. So they're smart. They're selling in batches not to destroy price. 900, 800, 900, 800, 900. Okay. Let's check chat here real quick. Rags, we're looking at Pulse Block Explorer. Sorry about that. Is there a Pulse website which shares all the info and has all the links for the bridge and SAC website? You go to pulsex.com. You go to pulsechain.com. You go to the Beacon Explorer, which is if you look at my last video, I had a bunch of links in there that you can use and go check stuff out. Yeah, guys, people will sell below SAC rate. They will sell below SAC rate, but hey, here's something interesting too. Why would people sell below SAC rate? They might have got a really good ratio in PLS, and the SAC rate just doesn't matter. They got a really good ratio over the past couple days. So they load up on Pulse. So their principal's protected. Yeah, Kevin VT, you can go to RH's Twitter as well. All right, you can go there as well. So we are definitely getting things going through now. All right, we have price that is falling pretty hard through sack rate currently. That's what we're looking like. Now, I would be interested to see. All right, we're at 4 zeros and a 7, so we are definitely under. I would say anything under sack price is probably a pretty good bet. All right, while you guys are checking that out, PLSX die. So we don't have anything coming through for PLSX die right now. We don't have any information for that. So that is unfortunate. Let me see if the USDC address is worth taking a look at here. Wait, what's happening over here? Okay, never mind. All right, USDC. Let's check and see if we can get any information coming through. While you guys look at that, nothing. Just trying to see if USDC was giving us any indication of what's happening. Let's go look at Trading View. Hex is still up about 21%. Pulse Doge leading the way at 37%. ASIC as well. Texans pumping a little bit, making a little bit of move there. That's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. All right. And I know you guys can't see that, just kind of shouting it out loud here. Let me check Twitter and check to see if anything interesting is happening here. What does this say? Baba guy. Wrapped Pulse versus Hex. So do we get girlfriends now or what? There it is. Okay. All right, guys. Let's check here. Crypto Fitness. Oh, cool. Ivan on Tech. Crypto Fitness retweeted my tweet with the correct contract addresses. And Ivan on Tech asked for them. Cool. All right. I guess I'll find out if it's even worth bridging over ETH without any PLS. Somebody says price should be between 0.001 and 0.003. Yeah. See what everybody's saying. Here's the thing: when you tweet something, man, you got to be on your game, because everybody's just quick to be like, "You're wrong, you're wrong." If RH hadn't already retired me, I'd quit all over again. Now we just need that liquidity waiting in the bridge to come on over. Yep, drained. The pool size, price impact, 93%. Yeah, everybody thinks that we're just like, that was just the first one. I guess I should have created some type of context, but actually it's good for me if I don't create context, because then you guys just take every opportunity to pot shot me. Rags, you're freaking wrong. I don't care. Let's keep seeing what we got. What we got here? What we got? Scroll through, see if we get any alpha from anybody. Anybody say anything important? Incredible. Oh, we got a Twitter space. I mean, what's up with that? How come? I mean, how come I can't get the Twitter space? Where's Kitango? You just won't let me get the Twitter space? That's how y'all want to roll? All right, where are we at, guys? Oh, dropping. Told you guys that yellow line's like a magnet. Yellow line like a magnet. We gonna touch it. And it's kind of like buoyant. So it kind of comes down and then it goes under and it's like pops back up. It's kind of like this is the surface of the water. And you got a tennis ball. Whoop. It's kind of how that works. All right. PLSX price. We don't know. Gen X says Bridge is live 2 hours. I'm already getting naked chicks adding me on Twitter. We made it, boys. Oh, shoot. Is RH on Spaces? Let me see if we can get on Spaces. We can see what we can hear what all these people are talking about here. All right. Oh my gosh, people are just blowing me up. RH in the room. Unavailable. Guys, I'm sorry. I can't give you guys any pulse. I'm sorry. I mean, it's like my number one requested thing right now. I can't give you any, guys. I apologize. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to go in. Is RH in here or no? All right, let's start listening.
Okay, so the nodes are doing that in the bridging platform. So people, if anybody is saying anything wrong or eerie about that, to me, I think that's just pure people not understanding what a bridging platform does, right? So you pay a fee when you go to the bridging platform. Those fees could be converted for Pulse eventually when there's fees there to be converted, so that the nodes that are running that bridging platform can continue to do so. Okay, so a little bit of pre-funding really isn't that difficult, right? So again, that comes down to our community and being supportive. You know, for instance, when Richard tweeted out about validators could send their rewards to a burn address. Well, the community put their arms up in the air about that, but I said, hey, there's this thing called like no expectations. Chances are the 4,096 validators that we see on V3 and V4 are probably going to send their rewards to a burn address, but you know, nobody can give us expectations, but they can suggest towards things that could happen. And now on mainnet, you see 4,096 validators that are burning all of their rewards by sending it to a null address. Okay, so, you know, some people have expectations, but there are also expectations from not being educated in the space, right? So I don't know everything. I'm still a noob myself, but I do know bridging platforms, okay? So it's a fair thing to ask for a bit of pulse to just push some transactions through. And it's also fair to wait, right? So I know a lot of people haven't bridged before on the blockchain because, like, why would you, right? So unless you're more of a DeFi user and have been in the space for a long time, a lot of people haven't used bridges, okay? But it's not uncommon to wait a long time for your bridging platform to act.
We get rugged.
Been stuck in a bridge for over a day before I got my assets on the other side. Okay, it's normal. This is blockchain. This is DeFi, right? So bridges aren't as advanced as what they should be. That's why there's different alternative options, which are routing protocols that use cross-chain bridges as underlying protocols, right? So there's other solutions out there that people are making and creating to make this process more simplified. And by using those things, it actually teaches people the process that bridging actually goes through, right? Because you can see it. But, you know, if you don't know what's going on and you think that you just got rugged, like you didn't, okay, you're waiting for the bridging platform to relay your information. But just take a deep breath, okay? And attacking people in the first 72 hours isn't going to get you anywhere, right? So breathe. Everything's going to be fine. If you have a question, jump up and ask it.
Yeah, so anyone has a question, please raise hand or ask for the mic. I do see Brandon B and then Coast. Please, Brandon, go ahead.
Yeah, what up, everyone? I saw Richard was in the chat earlier. I wanted to see if we can get him to speak, but he recently tweeted saying, "I don't want to speak, I'm busy." So that's okay. I'm sure we'll all hear from him pretty soon. So aside from that, I just want to say congratulations to everyone on a successful launch. Just, there's been so many great things said by so many great speakers. All I want to say is to everyone, have a long-term mentality. Don't FOMO. Learn from others that know more than you. And congratulations on everyone on being early into such a revolutionary ecosystem.
Agreed. It's been a whirlwind of a weekend, and we haven't even started yet. So awesome. Thanks, Brandon. Coast, you have a question?
Hey there. We just wanted to jump on and, wish everyone a super exciting day. We've barely slept in the last 48 hours for numerous reasons, but there's no doubt there's a lot of excitement. I think a lot of the things everyone said in this space has been, really sensible advice. And I think, to be honest,
Guys, in my experience, just to be straightforward with you, bridging these days is pretty quick, within minutes. Like I've done Polygon to Ethereum, Avalanche to Ethereum, BSC to Ethereum. It's within minutes. This isn't normal. I just want to point that out. Like, this is not normal. But I will say this, with the same amount of volume hitting one of those bridges, maybe it would be. Bridges have come a long way. You want to talk about 12 or 24 hours? That was about 5 or 7 years ago. So I just do want to point that out.
And kept each other's morale up. I'm just looking through the top part of this Twitter space now, and KDP's obviously been excellent on social media. Long vacation, Jesse and the other guys at Power City, fantastic. We're looking forward to the Earn protocol and the native stable coming. Matty Owens and OG's been helping people for a long time. I think Corey, great job, mate. I think having people speaking about a broad range of cryptos, even though we like a narrow set of cryptos, is really useful. KG, Brandon, Gary with his outbound messaging. Somi, we've got our straight back. Well done, mate. Pointy elbows over at Coast. Listen, we get a few questions about our fiat on-ramp. The short summary is that the alpha test is finished. We're going to go live in production beta soon on Ethereum. We just can't launch on Pulse Chain until we've tested with the new built Oracle service, and that's coming soon. But this isn't about us. Just wanted to clear that up. Because obviously stablecoins has been the topic of the day, at least in my group of friends and, contacts. But look, congratulations to everyone. The last couple of years has been long, but, as builders, we've been really glad to have the extra time, I think. And, to Richard, the Pulse Chain team, great work on developing a working consensus network. And we're really excited about the next few years. So thanks to everyone, and we'll pop down and get rid of the mic. Cheers.
Yeah, but our community is amazing, right? There's nowhere else you can go and get so much free education and information. Most people charge you or they just don't care about you, right? So this community is unique in that respect. But, you also have to take your hat off to the Pulse Chain devs and then to Richard Hart, right? So the managed tokens on PulseX, that's because there's a system state fork to stop people getting wrecked. But even more minor details that some people are overlooking is spending caps on PulseX, right? So the whole reason why it asks you for a spending cap and you don't get that on Ethereum is to protect you as an end user. So if you interact with PulseX, right, you can tell PulseX how much of a certain token it's allowed access to. That's protecting you as an end user, a DeFi user, and not allowing your assets to get, taken from you if there was ever an exploit. So I take my hat off to all the builders in the space, everybody that provides education, and to the Richard Hart and the dev team, right? So yeah, the whole entire X community is so much bigger than anyone else in crypto. So the first 72 hours have just gone by, and this is about to get massive, right? So this is just the beginning. And if you do have questions, again, bridging platforms, I'm pretty okay talking about them, so I can answer most of your questions. KG, I think you were next. Oh, sorry, LB.
No, I was just going to confirm KG, and then we have Corey.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
LV, Katie, congratulations to you both. Look at the numbers in this room right now on a random night. You're pulling 3,400 people. Let's, as a community, take a moment to recognize the power in that. There's no Twitter spaces. Okay, there's a few Twitter spaces that happen that pull numbers this large. I don't know of any crypto-centric Twitter spaces that pull numbers this large. You could almost make the claim with certainty and confidence that this is the largest crypto-oriented Twitter space, or at least very easily one of them. And that is a powerful...
Don, Crypto the Elite. It's on the screen in front of you. 0.0003550 currently.
Is 100% driven by the community that propels it. And this community is filled with creativity, innovation, passion, and the numbers. I know everybody tonight, or today, this afternoon, this evening, whatever, wherever it is you are in the world, you were doing something when that bridge went live, and you set your life aside and you focused your attention to make this happen. And that is just incredible. And to me is the ultimate.
You guys think I should just hop in there and just mess the vibe up, dude, and just start wrecking? It just feels like a perfect play right now. What do you guys think? It's too happy. And I'm a curmudgeon. Is it curmudgeon? Is that what you call it? I'm a Grinch. I don't like happiness.
It is really impressive this first 72 hours, the amount of transaction volume that Pulsion has seen, right? And it's been hammered and it's still going. And this is just early start, right? Can you imagine what we have to look forward to over the next year or 2 years or 5 years, right? So it's very bullish indeed. Corey, you have your hand up.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing tonight? All I want to say to everyone up here who is speaking and who has spoken, I can't thank you enough for what you've done, the questions you've asked, and most importantly, I want to say to KDP and the long vacation, you guys have been putting in real...
Guys, by the way, the reason that I can't speak here is because I am blocked by somebody who's in this space. So I can't get in there and talk. And I'm on my burner account right now. So, and I don't want people to know what my burner account is, so I'm not going to speak. So that's that. Sorry, guys.
This community, life purpose. You've given a lot of content creators as a result of the community.
I don't know what's up with this connection, man. What?
Is Corey getting wrecked or is it just me?
Corey, I think you're breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry.
Oh,
but,
no. I haven't been connection right now. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Sorry, but you know, we definitely get the sentiment, and we appreciate everything you're doing for the community as well. You've been working hard. You've been putting the time in, and it definitely shows. So just a quick reminder for everybody, please give Katie a follow, give Corey a follow, give KG, and all the speakers who came up here, Brandon, right? There's a lot of folks who came up here to share. They're creating content. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. They're building stuff, right? These are the folks that are busting their asses trying to make Pulse Chain bigger than it ever could be, right? This community is pushing hard. And folks are pushing from every possible direction. We got builders, we got promoters, we got marketing, we have YouTube channels and content creators. Everyone's doing their part, which is the entire point of this, right? All of us standing up and getting the word out, and not just sitting back and asking, "Hey, Debs, can you do something about this?" Right? We take ownership.
Guys, he's making a good point. I'm just playing my role on stream right now. But tremendous amount of work went into this. And guess what, guys? This stuff is not VC funded. All right. L2's launch, Arbitrum launches, and Terra Luna launches, and you get millions and hundreds of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars that go into these things. And you're a slave to these VCs, guys. Eric Wall said it best. I loved it. He's basically like, we're a bunch of self-funded trailer park crypto addicts. I love it. I'm fine with that. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
MetaMask, the amount of questions I'm getting about how
And I can speak from experience. Like it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we got this out, guys. It is.
semi-viral. It has almost 15,000 views in 12 hours. It's a 4-minute tutorial on how to add MetaMask, how to add, Pulse Chain to MetaMask, how to add PulseX, and a brief overview of the entire blockchain. So please check that out if you're having questions around MetaMask. I see a lot of people in here that actually are DMing me about it. So please check that out on my channel. I have my channel linked. But my main question is actually to Katie and Long Vacation surrounding something that probably is the most exciting thing, in my opinion, in this ecosystem right now. And that is very simply interoperability. So my question to you, Katie and LV, is what would you say are the distinguishing factors? Because I've also had this question in my DMs after I made that Portal X video. What would you say are the distinguishing factors between Portal X and the Pulse Chain Bridge? Like, what would you say are the distinguishing factors for people once the Pulse Chain Bridge actually launches? I mean, not the Pulse Chain Bridge, the Portal X Bridge. Is there a difference? Like, what should people expect? Because I've been curious about that myself.
So there is no difference, right? So, well, there is a difference, but you really should never compare the two because both provide a different utility, right? And it's for end users. So, for instance, a cross-chain bridge is necessary for every single launch of a blockchain, right? We need people to bridge in assets, to pair. So what Portal X is a routing protocol, and it aggregates PulseRamp, it aggregates PulseX, and allows people to bridge in from 63 blockchains into Pulse Chain and do the transactions for you. So a lot of people struggle with bridging, right? They struggle on how to move their assets over a bridge, then they struggle with trading, right? So Portal X is a routing protocol that lets you move directly into whatever asset you want. So you choose your source network that you're on and your source token, and you choose your target network and your target token, and it'll transact you through there. But I mean, like, cross-chain bridges are necessary, right? So it's going to be the first bridge that's up. So Portal X being a routing protocol, it's going to be a while before it can be up. Yeah, so you're looking at several weeks. But if you want to talk about just Pulse Chain, right? One other thing that LV was kicking on just before is about how bullish the last 72 hours are, right? And it is. So I'm not trying to find any other consensus model of a blockchain that's launched, but for instance, Phantom, Polygon, AVAX, when they all launched in the first week, they literally shit the bed, because the consensus couldn't handle the transactional volume that was going through it, right? That's no fun at all. Every blockchain has a purpose and every blockchain is great, okay? But just to put in perspective, okay, in the first week of other blockchains launching, their consensus mechanisms failed, right? Because that's just the launch of a blockchain. You're going to have hiccups. And what you're seeing with Pulse Chain is a consensus that has been nothing but bullish and an absolute beast that is just handling everything smoothly, right? So you have edge cases with the Block Explorer, right? So everybody's had a few issues there. You've had the centralized servers where the API endpoint was a little bit wrecked, so people had to get a VPN to redirect to a different server. But the consensus in Pulse Chain itself has been an absolute beast, and I think people need to take a moment to actually acknowledge that. And when you compare it to other blockchain launches, that is a massive bullish factor, right? And then you look at PulseX itself. Well, that was only the Hex community really transacting in the first 24 hours. And in the first 24 hours, PulseX had more transactions than all the Ethereum DEXs put together, right? It was taking on every other blockchain. The only people that we didn't beat was Binance, for instance, which, is meme coin city. So they have a hell of a lot of transactions going through them. So PulseX is actually having more volume than a lot of blockchains already, right? The consensus is running so smoothly compared to other blockchain launches. So when people are actually looking at this, instead of being wrapped up in a few minor details like a block explorer. People need to actually acknowledge what the Pulse Chain devs have pulled off, right? Because the consensus running smoothly in the first even month is such a bullish indicator for Pulse Chain, and what they've actually built is a beast. Okay, so people need to take a moment to actually recognize that. Gary, I think you were next with your hand up.
Katie, just before Corey heads out to go fill his face with a meatball sandwich, can I just ask him one question before Gary goes?
Yeah.
Hey, Goomba, did you in your semi-viral video, did you include how to hook up your hardware wallet to MetaMask and do things right and securely?
No, it was more along the lines of just showing how to add people the RPC codes. That's all.
Okay, so how much did I help you with your security and your hardware wallet and all the questions that you had? And you're telling me you didn't use your platform to pay that forward to the greater audience? You're telling me that right now, Corey?
No, it's not what I'm saying. It was just asking people for the RPC codes, and that's what I did.
No. You got to show them how to do it right. You got to pay that forward. This community is protected better than any other community. You can't bring those numbers down. Don't shit on my work. Don't shit on the work of practitioners here. You go and amend that video now and put it out and make that viral.
You got it.
Yes, sir.
More content.
Thank you, everyone.
No, and thank you, Corey, for what you're doing. Papa, you have provided so much information to this community, so thank you for what
Did
you're
that
doing.
just
as
happen?
well. So
I mean,
I think you were up next.
Yeah, just a quick shout out.
Yeah.
Things about caveats and
Correct.
nuances about how things get posted on Twitter by individuals, including Richard Hart. But basically, there's a phrase that's became kind of popular. What I heard in 2019 from Richard, and he was explaining what the tragedy of the commons is, where basically you don't have a direct ROI, although you're trying to benefit society. So if you decide that you're going to pay for, install, invent a street lamp that benefits everyone walking past, you benefit, but others that didn't bear that cost also benefit. So that idea is called the tragedy of the commons. Someone might enjoy reading up about what that phrase means. It's interesting that I think of Hex or Pulse Chain or this culture that Richard has been a leader or inspirer of, is tragedy of success, or success of the commons. And what I mean by that is there's so much volunteerism. And not only volunteerism about people just taking their own bias and information and spewing it on the internet, kind of just spamming up the internet with misinformation. They actually try to say, hey, how can I learn something more technical? How can I learn from someone expert in the space? How can I echo, the sentiments of logic? So Richard made a tweet, and the tweet said, there are bridge validators that currently can't function without, PLS in order to do so. So that, in some ways, is saying this is a common need, both bootstrapping a new network and bootstrapping economic energy migration. And it was interesting. I saw fairly large influencers commenting and saying, I can't believe that you didn't fund that. And these people are the ones that also are making content specifically about the benefits of DeFi and the benefits of decentralization and everybody having an endpoint of value with no.
Richard said, good live stream. I'm listening to and not speaking in. Okay, so he's listening to it. That's why. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense now.
Put money, they put resource, they put brand, they put network energy into this culture that Richard has inspired, and I think that that's amazing. And another thing is there's been FUD that all of us have dealt with for going on 4 years about the AA lobby or the OA sacrificing as well during Pulse Chain and PulseX's sacrifice narrative, and everything that Richard has commented on in the blockchain space has been about equal opportunity for participation, equal opportunity. And that includes anybody that has an Ethereum address or some kind of crypto learning curve where they can participate. That's awesome. That is awesome. So versus it being funded directly from a pseudo anonymous address attributed to the OA or attributed to Richard, I actually like that it was a solicitation for anyone to participate and support. Does that mean that if you put $100 in, you should be giving most of your economic energy to support bridges? No, I don't think so. I think there's plenty of whales. I think there's plenty of people that can support in the nature of cryptocurrency, anonymously, or whatever that word is. So like that, I like that he makes those comments. I like that he makes it equal opportunity. People can get equal validation, social, contribution, for the betterment and good of this culture. It's amazing that opportunity is there, because you can remain anonymous, and you should remain anonymous. But contributing to the barn raising of this currency and movement is just a very emotional experience for me. So I appreciate that Richard puts that out there, and all the volunteers on the stage, and everyone that participates in listening.
So there's also like a couple technical reasons behind that, right? So one, non-technical, everybody needs to stop pretending like the OA needs to step in, right? The OA should be as hands-off as possible. The other technical aspect to Pulse, right, for instance, so the Genesis block, which is the very first block when it's forked, right? So the Genesis block defines everything. It defines the system state, it defines inflation, and it also defines the supply, right? So if they pre-minted some supply to go here, there, the AMM bot.
All right, here's the deal. Hextronomer wants attention from me, so I'm going to give him attention. The best mom joke about Hextronomer's mom gets a +1 in chat from me. The best mom joke about Hextronomer's mom gets a +1 in chat from me. Hextronomer, you wanted my attention. You have attention-seeking behavior. Now you get it. Sorry, buddy. I want to see some good work from you guys here, guys. All right?
That our community just went and blew up. Okay, so asking for people to fund that means that certain entities are hands-off. Okay, and it's decentralized and back onto our community. The other part of it that is a technical aspect is, again, you need to remember that the bridge itself is actually paying transactional gas fees. Okay, so the bridge itself, the nodes, or I guess you can call them a relayer if that's how you want to look at it, they relay your information to the receiving end chain. That's how you get a representation of your token. So again, when you're actually looking at the transaction and you're waiting for yours to go through, you have a sending transaction, you have a receiving transaction. The sending transaction is the one that you pay for, okay? The gas that you paid for on Ethereum, and then the percentage that the bridging platform takes from you is to then pay for the receiving transaction, but those tokens and percentages need to be converted for the nodes to be able to do it, which comes down to volume as well. Okay, so the sending transaction is the bridging platform locking your assets in the liquidity pool contract, and the receiving transaction is the nodes in the network relaying your data to Pulse Chain, which is minting you a representation. Okay, so they have to pay for that transaction to go through to process to make true finality on the Pulse Chain side. So again, there's a delay, right? So you're waiting on the nodes, you're waiting on that information to be relayed, but they also have to pay for it and fund it. And again, no more Pulse can ever be minted into existence. So, Richard's saying, hey, do you want to fund these?
You guys are crazy in chat.
To go through, they need to be funded. So you run into several different scenarios here, right? So the same thing that you're seeing with the mempool on Pulse Chain. Certain community members were pushing the mempool and the gas prices up, the gas prices, the amount of Pulse you have to pay to transact before anybody else joined the network. So there's a thing called a mempool, if you don't know, right? It's almost like seeing people trying to onboard a train, right? So when you put a transaction through, you're joining that queue to get on the train. So people will pay to get priority in the network by paying the network more Pulse, which is tipping the validators, and they get to jump into the front of that queue, right? So they get VIP access and you get pushed back again. So people are paying priority because they want their transactions to be pushed through. So like if you go into MetaMask, you can change your minimum gas amount that you're paying. Or if you do the transaction, you can press speed up to tip, to pay more gas. So if people are also doing that on Pulse Chain, while the bridging platform is trying to send transactions through, gas is high, right? So there's a lot of Pulse that's needed for them to relay transactions through. So he's just asking you to fund it, and other people are complaining about transactions not going through. But if you want them to go through faster, fund them some polls, right? So it's like a kind of win-win, lose-lose situation if you don't know what you're doing, right? KG, I think you were next.
Yeah, well said, Katie. And I wanted to go back to Corey's video. And I want to say, Corey, thank you for making that video. Thank you for bringing 15,000 eyes onto Pulse Chain, because those videos are exactly what we need to spread the word. There are levels to this. It is not all or nothing. It is not complete doom and gloom. And I thank you, Corey, for all the work you do out there, brother. My only point is that 4-minute video could have been 30 seconds with the Internet Money wallet native to Pulse Chain. All I gotta say. We don't need the Fox out there anymore. This community doesn't need the Fox. The Fox wants your IP address. The Fox siphons money to JP Morgan Chase. The Internet Money wallet is by Pulse Chain for Pulse Chain. So next time, 30-second video, bro. Love you, dude.
And hardware wallet.
In some cases, you're right. Yes, sir.
In all
Nice
freaking
hardware
cases,
wallet.
in all
You're a
freaking
thing.
cases. All cases, sir. Otherwise, you're
Disagree.
making 15,000 more people are going to be calling the practitioners in this community.
Everybody calm down, okay? We all appreciate everybody's education, right? Papa Bona puts in 50 hours.
All right.
Puts in so many hours. KG does. Let's just keep it civil today, though, guys.
Richard's in here.
I'm not really in the mood for some bickering in my space.
She's not in the
So,
mood.
If anybody has their hand up, Brendan?
All right. I'm not in the mood either. Okay. Something interesting just happened here, and I don't understand. This changed up on me quite a bit, and I can't figure out why. So we're getting some initial. So we only have about. So this is just wild. This is really, really wild volatility right now. It's moving crazy to the left, crazy to the right. Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. Okay. How far up were we here? This makes no sense. So it looks like PLS DAI looks like that our price is sitting at 4 zeros and a 3, which is surprising. I don't know what changed here because I did not change anything. 4 zeros and a 3. All right. So, I mean, what just happened? Did some of the data update? Are we showing different things right now? Let's check on, let's see if USDC has some sort of bridged in price. And actually, let's go on, so it's 0.0, yeah, 4 zeros and a 3. Is that what we're showing? Yeah, we're showing 4 zeros and a 3. Interesting. All right, so how far underneath? 0.01. 4, 3. It's like a 3x under, and then we have a massive sell. So here's the thing: we're looking at the liquidity pool on here. It's only like 2.6 thousand, right? 2.6 thousand. $2,600 worth of DAI and Pulse. So it's not a lot at all. Not a lot. Now it does route. It does take different paths through different liquidity pools to be able to complete your order. So you're probably kind of seeing that too. I would be very, very fascinated to see whether or not we have a price for PLSX yet. Okay, so according to this, we just don't have a DAI price. We don't have a PLSX price yet. It's saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros and a 4 potentially. That's where price is for DAI. Massive volatility right now. Very, very interesting to watch. Jen Hack says, I'm so mad I'm not instantly rich 3 hours after the bridge. I think I had some expectations of the work of others. Rags, open up PulseX app, go to info, and then in tokens, add DAI stablecoin from ETH on your watch list. Wrapped Ether from Ethereum on watch list. You can see the liquidity on the RHS as well for all. I will do that in a second. Okay. Did I do anything by bridging ETH from ETH chain to West to Pulse chain? You just wrapped it. It works on Pulse chain now. That's all that is. Dex Screener has been having a lot of changes tonight. Yeah. Dude, what happened, dude? Did we just break? Where's... Please don't tell me that, guys. Did we... What happened to Hextronomer? Raymond Marcotte says, where did the $2 billion go that we sacrificed? Ray, what are you talking about, man? What you talking about, Willis? It's still on chain. Hasn't been moved. And probably has been used to develop Pulse chain, I would imagine. If RH is listening, that's why they're all being... Yeah. So did we destroy Hextronomer? He's gone. Is he gone? We destroyed him. Wrecked. Good job, guys. Good job. All right. So here's the deal, folks. I'm going to put the link to this liquidity pool inside of chat here. And actually, you know what I'll actually do? I will put it in the description. YouTube. We got 426 watching here. We got 326 people watching. You know what? It'd be cool to watch Jenkins. So Jenkins won't know this, but he's going to have like 700 people watching him. So let's see if we can make that happen.
It's going to take some time.
Can you guys hear this? It looks like that's good. The info, maybe some of the info is populating here. That's what he's showing. That's cool.
Let me see here. I'm wearing headphones. Why am I wearing headphones? Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test. I guess I hear myself in my ear. I don't need to hear I don't need headphones. Okay. EHEX price chart. All you 18-to-1 chasers get burned. I want to know if that was a human though. Everything dead in the water, sideways.
I said I'm streaming.
Right, so it looks like we got a couple minutes where I can check.
I'm streaming your stream with 426 people watching. Don't screw up.
Again, reminder, do not try to trade these charts, even if you can. It's not financial advice. Liquidity is terribly low. Let's go ahead and let me just check a few more things. Again, I am talking to people that have bridged EHEX that could not physically trade with PHEX because the liquidity is so low. But there was one person that captured an 18-to-1 trade, turned 10,000 hex into 180,000 hex at the top here, and started this little mini top. So the price chart you guys are looking at, take it with a grain of salt. There's hardly any liquidity right now.
None. 3,000.
Oh wait, this is the hex chart showing the 18-to-1. There's hardly any liquidity right now. The Pulse chain chart, hardly any liquidity, so it's not moving. I'm trying to find a Pulse X chart. If you guys have a Pulse X chart, please reach out to me. But yeah, the EHEX, PHEX people that have bridged in EHEX, there's not enough liquidity for the guys I'm talking to. There's hardly any liquidity for the people that are trying to buy a Pulse right now. Me, myself, I couldn't grab anything close to 18-1 on EHEX PHEX. But then again, I'm halfway paying attention to my wallet right now, so I'm just kind of in it for the stream. So we're just watching this develop. We are watching this develop. Back to the exchange, we're still sitting between 20 and 30K pulse per die. Pulse info again. Let's refresh this. Check the liquidity. Still the same for Pulse and Pulse X. 271K in Hex. Everything's about the same for stables. USD coin's not even worth a fraction of a penny right now, so everything's just totally skewed, but we're just excited that we have liquidity and we have a price chart. So we're just witnessing the creation of Pulse Chain and PHEX price charts. So this is part of history, ladies and gentlemen. This is exciting. Now I'm wide awake. I was tired earlier, but I'm wide awake now. So we got a little bit of a halt in action in terms of price chart. So let me check a couple of my resources. There's a lot of messages coming in on Twitter, so I'm trying to go through them. Somebody sent me a new chart. Exhibit, what do you got for me? Shows the USD option. What do we got here, sir? Can you send me a link with the USD option? I'm not trying to like figure it out while I'm live. It's too much pressure on my shoulders, man. Just send me a link with the USD option. I see pulse on pulse in that chart. Let me see what else I got. Pulse to pulse. Pulse X to no, we don't need the pulse. I mean, the Pulse X chart I'm looking for, you guys, is Pulse X against like $1, a stable coin or something. Kind of like how we have for Pulse Chain right now. We kind of know what's going on with Pulse against Pulse X. By the way, let's double check that ratio now that we brought that up. Still probably 4-1. Pulse X. Yeah, we're still floating around the same. And that's how you know there's not liquidity coming in, because once liquidity hits this and passes through the bridge and people start claiming their liquidity or their bridged in tokens, you're going to see these ratios get #whacked. It'll get funky for a little bit, and that's what I'm here for. I want to see some funkiness going on. Yeah, the Pulse Chain chart, still not much going on.
Hot Pros on Jenkins and my stream at the same time. I just muted his.
I'm gonna chill. Let's check this YouTube chat. Sorry, YouTube chat. You guys know I'm not in there. There's a lot going on.
Infinity Loop.
Jenkins is not high AF right now. I'm tired AF. Actually, I'm kind of wide awake now that I started streaming. Hey, rags to riches. I'm streaming your stream with 426 people. I should counterattack that. I should stream Rags' streaming my stream.
Let's do it, man. Let's go.
And see.
We might be able to talk to each other. I think we could talk each other. Man. That's wild. You should do it.
What's good, Hot Pro?
Oh, you got to do it, Jenkins, man.
The queen herself.
Is that even
Ginger
possible?
Snapper, my man. What is good? All right, I can't shout everybody out. But shout out to you guys for being here.
Proof of live stream.
Yeah, really, this EHEX PHEX price chart's the only one moving for what we got right now. Bridge, another 300K into the bridge. So money's still coming in. I
see some of you guys
Pulse
on his.
X chart. Anybody get a Pulse X chart? Send me a message on Twitter. I have my DMs basically open. Oh, all right, Exhibit.
All right, this is what we're gonna do.
Oh, this is against USD. My bad. Okay, so we have a Pulse X chart. Shout out to Exhibit. We have a Pulse X chart again.
What is that?
An insanely low amount of liquidity. So it's kind of funky.
It's PLSX.
Price is insanely cheap.
I don't what.
But
Is that
zeros
right?
is 0.000081. It's a little too low. Good luck trying to buy that. Liquidity 16. There's no way there's something off here. There's not $16.3 million. At least again with the US dollar. Maybe it's just factoring in the total. I think it's factoring in the total amount of liquidity that's in the single side pulse and single side pulse X, because if we go to the info chart,
What is that? Rat Pulse? Is that what he said?
it's at like 17 and some change. So they're close. The other chart's at 16. So yeah, I don't think, I mean, there's clearly not enough liquidity in terms of just actual US dollar being, I guess, traded and swapped down here. So at least, well, we have a Pulse X chart. So I'll keep flipping back with this Pulse X chart now.
So it's Rat
Hex to
Pulse.
hex
Yeah.
chart, same thing. Getting stagnant here.
All right, we're gonna stop sharing here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I suggest you go over to his stream. I'm mildly delirious for about 3 hours and some change in. And guys, we're gonna talk about all this stuff. Here's what I gotta say: we're in the infancy. We have no liquidity on the chain. Craziness is happening. People are upset. People are asking questions, demanding where things are. Just chill. Just chill out. You're gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be good. It's gonna take a while for this to settle out. The market makes this thing happen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world, you guys want to hear some blues before you head out? Here, I'll give you some blues. It's a little bit loud, so cover your little ears. All right, I'm gonna play you guys out here. It's been grand. It's been swell. I'll see you soon. Ladies and gents, here's some John T. Graham to take us out.